I remember walking down a busy street one afternoon during one of my travels. The weather was warm, and I was in the mood to explore some local shops. As I strolled along the street, I noticed a small store selling souvenirs, and I decided to go inside. The thought of practicing my English crossed my mind as I entered the shop, and I knew this was a chance to improve my speaking skills in a real-world situation. As I stepped inside, the soft jingle of the doorbell caught the shopkeeper's attention. He was a middle-aged man with a kind face and a welcoming smile. "Good afternoon. How can I help you today?" he asked in perfect English. His accent was slightly different from what I was used to, but his words were clear, and I understood him instantly. I smiled back, slightly nervous, but determined to speak with confidence. "Good afternoon. I'm just looking around for now," I replied. My words came out smoothly, and I felt a small wave of relief. The practice I had been doing with my pronunciation was starting to pay off. The shop was filled with colorful items, keychains, scarves, miniature landmarks, and more. As I browsed, I noticed a set of beautiful handcrafted mugs that caught my eye. I picked one up and admired the intricate designs. I wanted to know more about it, so I decided to ask the shopkeeper. "Excuse me," I began, walking up to the counter. "Can you tell me more about these mugs?" My heart raced a little as I formed the question in my head. I wanted to make sure I sounded natural and clear. The shopkeeper looked up from his work and smiled. "Of course. These mugs are handmade by local artisans. Each one is unique and tells a story about our culture and traditions." He spoke with enthusiasm, and I could tell he was proud of the items in his shop. I nodded, feeling more comfortable now. "They're beautiful. I like the way the designs tell a story," I said, holding the mug up for a closer look. "How much does this one cost?" "It's $25, he replied. "But I can give you a small discount if you're interested in buying more than one." He seemed genuinely interested in helping me find something I liked, and his friendly tone made the conversation flow easily. I hesitated for a moment, trying to decide if I wanted to buy just one or a few. I also realized this was a good opportunity to practice bargaining a bit, something I had read about but rarely done. "That sounds fair, but if I buy two, can you give me a better deal?" I asked, careful to maintain a polite tone. The shopkeeper laughed softly, appreciating my attempt at negotiation. "You're a good negotiator. How about I give you two for $40? That's a fair price, I think." He smiled, waiting for my response. I thought about it for a second, running the numbers in my head. "That sounds like a great deal," I said with a smile, happy that I had successfully bargained without any awkwardness. It felt like a small victory for my English-speaking confidence. As the shopkeeper carefully wrapped the mugs, I decided to continue the conversation. "I've been practicing my English for a while now, and it's nice to be able to use it when traveling," I admitted. "Sometimes it feels a bit challenging, but I keep trying." He looked up, clearly interested. "You're doing very well. English is not an easy language to master, but with practice, it becomes more natural." "Where are you from?" he asked, his tone friendly and conversational. "I'm from a place where English isn't the first language," I explained. "But I enjoy traveling, so learning English has been really helpful. It's great for meeting new people and exploring different cultures." The shopkeeper nodded. "That's a wonderful reason to learn. I meet a lot of travelers here, and English helps bridge the gap between so many different people and cultures. You're doing a fantastic job so far." His kind words encouraged me even more. "Thank you. I've been practicing with songs, podcasts, and even tongue twisters," I said with a laugh, remembering all the secret techniques I had used to improve my pronunciation. "That's a great way to learn," he said, handing me the bag with the wrapped mugs. "Music is especially helpful. It teaches rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation all at once. Do you have a favorite English song?" I smiled, thinking about all the songs I had used to practice. I love Adele songs. They really helped me focus on my pronunciation, especially with some of the more difficult words. The shopkeeper's eyes lit up. "Adele. She's amazing. Her voice is so powerful, and her songs are perfect for practicing. You must have gotten really good at pronouncing those tricky words." I nodded, feeling more relaxed in the conversation now. It took a lot of practice, but it was worth it. Every time I travel, I get more confident in speaking English, especially in conversations like this. That's the best way to learn, the shopkeeper agreed. Practice and don't be afraid to make mistakes. You'll only get better with time. And it's clear you've put in the effort. I smiled again, grateful for his encouragement. I still have a lot to learn, but it's getting easier with every conversation I have. As we continued chatting, I found myself enjoying the interaction more than I expected. It was one of those moments where I realized how far I had come in my journey to improve my English. Speaking with the shopkeeper felt natural, almost like talking to an old friend. By the way, the shopkeeper added as I was about to leave, if you ever want more tips on practicing English, feel free to stop by again. I enjoy helping travelers improve their language skills. That's so kind of you. I'll definitely keep that in mind, I replied, feeling grateful for his offer. Thank you for the mugs and for the nice conversation. It really boosted my confidence. You're always welcome here, he said with a warm smile. Enjoy the rest of your travels and keep practicing. You're doing great. As I left the shop, I felt a sense of accomplishment. What had started as a simple shopping trip turned into a meaningful conversation, one that reminded me of how far I had come in my language learning journey. Speaking in English with the shopkeeper had been smooth and enjoyable, and I was proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone. With the bag of souvenirs in hand, I continued my walk down the street, feeling more confident than ever. This interaction was another reminder that learning a language isn't just about studying, it's about using it, connecting with people, and enjoying the small victories along the way.